What up? Welcome. Good morning, YouTube. How are you? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you want to go lay on that beach. I feel like the drones are fine. It's like a lot of rocks. A lot of jellyfish, I bet. A lot of mana wars. Whoa, shit. Look at that. Like, subscribe, bell. What up? We got the green shirt on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Boom. What up, the Fire Ginger? How are you? What about a boat? Yeah, a boat might be fine. Big difference between laying there and like a boat, though, right? All right. How you doing? How are we doing? How's everybody doing? We doing good? You have a good weekend? I cannot stop fucking yawning. We had a crazy fucking weekend in MMA. Just absolutely bonkers. Fucking Canelo lost. I mean, it's a crazy, crazy world out there. We today, so if you're just joining us, this is our second week. I want that Charlie. You mean the most boring fight ever, right? That Strawwhite fight was boring as shit. And there's gonna be people pissed about it. That's the funny thing about shit like that too, is when that stuff happens, people are gonna be pissed, right? They're gonna be mad at like Rogan and like Anik and all those people for like calling it like that, but it was not a very good fight. And you hate to see a fucking belt switch hands like that, right? What up, Mr. Approachable? How are you? Do you still have a roof? Or did it blow away? We were gonna do the history thing, but Jacob didn't show up again, so I don't know. Glad Rose lost. I'm not. Like, I don't really like Rose. I mean, she's okay, but because she lost and Carla won, they're probably gonna have to auto rematch that right away. And that just sucks. So it means we're gonna get that boring ass fight again. But nobody has any right to be mad about that, you know? The reality is nobody went out there and won that fight. Nobody cared. It was fun. I mean, it was a weird occurrence to watch, but man, I was really pulling for Rose because if Rose had won, we wouldn't have to see it again. But now we're gonna have to fucking rewatch it. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens to Oliveira now. Like, what do they do with him? Chandler? Is that what they do? I think you kind of have to, right? Oh, hey, look at that. Boom, 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 baby. If you want to call in, that's the number. That'll get you in touch with us and the fun. If you have any comments, concerns, anything at all, really, we're here for you. We're fucking here for you. It's gonna be a good week. We've got, again, so I know you guys all know the drill, but some people might be watching this in replay and don't know the drill. But 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. over here on YouTube, and then 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. over on Twitch. Both Corey Adam Comedy. Now, Mondays, we're going to be doing this history show, but my co-host is not here, so what do you do, really? Just carry on, you know, head up, get strong. Man, that UFC was bananas. It really was. That head kick, I mean, that Chandler kick is one of the most memeable. See if we can find it. There it is. I mean, check that out. I'll get me off there for you. That's, I know that's pixelated, but like, man. And it's not the first time we've seen something like this, right? I mean, Because we also had this against Frankie Edgar. Here's a better angle. I mean, that is a fucking kick right there. Look at that. I could use a kick like that right now. A nice long nap. Knock all the moisture off me from working at the raid. Is it raining up there? Is your roof okay? Like Mr. Approachable's roof was blowing off. It was very crazy. Is your house okay? I hope it is. Minor fixes. What is it? Is it a tin roof? Why do you have a tin roof? Buy a real roof, bro. Fun story, like the pros reacted after the Ferguson Chandler fight. One person actually tweeted the next fight is going to be boring. Man, were they so correct. That second fight, that Rose and Carla fight was so fucking bad. Hard to say something will be that bad. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson said, "Damn, I'm watching from home and you can feel the electricity in the ring." Tough round. And then here we go. Holy shit. What a badass. Okay, I was wrong with grappling being the way. What a fucking knockout. I really hope Tony is okay, but for Chandler, that is a knockout of the year candidate for sure. That was scary the way he went down. Nasty front kick. And then after Gaethje got choked out, Dustin Poirier said, "Gotta protect your neck," which is ironic because he got choked out too. That kick was so wicked, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't have his own teeth imprint in the back of his head. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's... Hopefully the mouth guard takes care of that, but fuck, dude. It was... I mean, that's... It was fucking crazy. Just unbelievable. I don't know what all we can show on here. But here's the roast. Whoops. Something is wrong with Rose. I just can't understand what she's doing. On the bright side, Carla is going to look completely fine for her wedding. That's pretty funny. Feel bad for the judges and the commentators for this one. I mean, UFC. 3-1 Carla. First round didn't count. That's pretty funny. This wouldn't happen with open scoring. That girl title fight was so boring. Nobody really wanted it. Really disappointing. Yeah, congrats, Carla. But now we have some business to do. Enjoy your belt, your wedding, because I'll see you in October, September, October. Just give me a day, a location, a big rematch. Let's go. Well, at least Joanna is coming back. That's pretty funny. That's a funny fucking thing. I said Carla more impactful in the fight. Sometimes when nothing happens, just showing you're trying can sway the judges. I don't think you can blame them. What just happened? Whoa. To be honest, no one knows who won that. It's true. Absolutely no one. They should have just stripped that belt. Like, here's my hot take, right? That was a belt fight. Meaning there was a belt on the line. They should have just stripped it. Yeah, what up? Yeah, that fight was fucking terrible. It was just, we're just talking about that. I can't wait for the third fight between those two. Yeah, Tovar was in there rooting for a third fight, so he got exactly what he wanted, and I'm kind of mad about that, if I'm honest. Like, ugh. So fucking terrible. Can we strip the belt next time? Next time a fight like that happens at the championship level, we need to just strip the fucking belt. Fuck them. Just like neither person wanted to go fight. Yeah, I mean, I honestly was expecting a draw. Like, I thought that would have been the way to go. It's just a majority draw. I mean, there was nothing to judge. Like, what were they judging? Yeah, I don't know if it's that. I don't think it was fear. I just don't know, man. It was a bananas, it was bananas. I mean, it's... You know what's crazy, though, is that she lost in round 3 to a rear naked choke to Carla in, like, 2014. So I think, like, the whole... I mean, I understand the game plan, I guess. Like, the thing is that she wanted to stay on the outside and stay disciplined and forced Carla to come in. Carla didn't come in, so they danced forever. Right, that fight was definitely a punchline. Right, ironically, there were no punches there. Yeah, I don't know that it was fear of Esparza. It just, like, if you listen to her corner, because it's not fear. Like, it was her corner, too. Like, her corner, if you were watching it, like, her corner, she would come back to the corner, and they're like, you're doing beautifully, stay disciplined, this and that. I don't think she was afraid. I think that's just what they game planned. I think they thought that Carla would lose her discipline and just start to get impatient and sloppy. And then when she never did, they just stuck to it. Because at the end of round 4, Trevor Whitman and Pat Barry were telling Rose, okay, now you can let your hands go. Let's get out there and have some fun. And that was the most punches she threw. Like, if she had fought that whole fight like round 5, she would have won. But, like, it's just really weird, right? And I don't think it's fear, man. I don't buy that, you know? Because she went in there and beat the fuck out of Jessica Andrade, and Andrade's ground game is crazy. Plus, Andrade slammed her on her head. But you know what? Joanna's coming back, so... And who knows? Maybe they give her the title shot. That would be hilarious if instead of giving Rose the rematch, they give it to Joanna. Yeah, that corner is trash. Yeah. That's the same thing that happened to Rousey. Someone should have told her round 3 she was losing. Yeah, I mean, it's the, like, in-between corner work, and Trevor Whitman's usually pretty good, but, you know, he had 2 losses this weekend, so who knows? But, man... I could not believe when they were coming back to the corner. I wonder if I can find a clip of it. Like, she would come back to the corner, and the corner's like, great job. The best is watching her advocate that she won it, right? Like,
what's up? One good punch, and then maybe another time, like her forearm clashed into my nose at some point, as we were like both standing up. But other than that, maybe a couple low kicks, but I didn't feel them or anything. So I felt like I did the damage. I controlled the fight, and I'm proud of myself because I stuck to my strategy. That's because I know that, like, in all of Carla's fights, she just baits people in, and she.
Did you, Michael Pitt? That's awesome.
Like,
yeah.
No, I've been in slugfest before. I've gotten my nose broken. I've stood there and shed blood in the octagon. So it's like, I stuck to the strategy. And she didn't really have any offense. She was whiffing that air the whole time. So I thought I won. I'm really still trying to process this because I'm not trying to be salty or anything. I feel like there's something to be learned from each loss, you know? I feel like I could have maybe, there was moments where I wanted to capitalize a little bit more and be a little more offensive.
Moments where you wanted to capitalize, you mean the whole fucking fight, right? I mean, this is my problem with this. Is I don't have a problem with the way the fight played out. Very boring fight, right? But I have a problem with Rose sitting here bitching about, like, I thought I won that fight. What fight? What fight did you think you won? Because there was no fucking fight. You guys just danced around for 5 fucking rounds.
In moments, but then every time I would step, my foot would slip. So I had to be a little more safe. So that's the decision I made in that moment. But like I said, I'm an exciting fighter. I'm a finisher. I have one of the highest finishing rates. So I don't think that I was getting the boos. I'm pretty sure that was Carla.
I'm pretty sure you're both getting boos, right?
As far as, I don't know. I obviously I want to have exciting fights, you know. So that does kind of sting a little bit too. So I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't see you're proud of yourself for sticking to the game plan, but because it was kind of like, relative lack of act, was there any part along the way, round 3, round 4, where you're like, maybe we got to get out of this game plan because we're not necessarily, we don't know that we're scoring points. There just wasn't a lot to
No,
score.
I knew I was scoring. I knew I was touching.
But you weren't scoring, right?
There was some times I was missing, but it was because, I just, I don't know. I felt like I was scoring, and
But you weren't. I mean, there was probably 20 punches landed that whole fight between both of you.
so there was a, like I said, there was moments where I was like, okay, here's my opportunity to, to counter attack a little bit more, but then my foot would slip on the canvas, slippery octagon, and one little mistake against Carla, and she's just gonna try to take you down the whole time. So, yeah, but I don't know. I thought I won that fight. I don't know.
Last thing for me, I guess you're still going to want to process everything, but I just wonder, so what do you think you do now? Do you campaign to have this fight again? Do you maybe look at other matchups that make sense? Do you take some time off? What do you think the play is?
I mean, I would do a rematch. I feel like,
Nobody. Oh, look, I'm a wrench now. Oh, there. Here, I can take it away. I know you don't like to work for free, so I took it away for you. There you go. She just hugged her the whole time and kneed her here and there. There was no knee. No, they just danced around. They didn't even hold. Holding would have been more action than what these ladies engaged in. I mean, it was bleak.
I felt like I was stronger everywhere. So, I don't know. Not sure, but I would take the rematch.
Would you? Would you take the rematch? Because the other thing that kind of is fucked up now is that it's actually 2-0, right? Like, Carla won both of them. That's so fucked up.
The rematch, would you employ the same game plan, or would you try and mix it up just to be sure that you'd come out with a victory?
And this was my lock of the fucking year, man. Like, I was so convinced. Once a wrench, all right, fine, you can have it back. No, this was like the lock of the year. I thought for sure this was going to be just a crazy easy victory for Rose. And man, this is where you really like fall in love with everything all over again, because it's just ridiculous.
I don't know. I would probably think about it. Talk with my team a little bit. And that's the thing too, is like you stick with the game plan, but you also gotta realize when you're in there, sometimes you make on the spot decisions. So I wouldn't say for sure. I can't predict the future.
Hey, Rose over here.
Yeah.
Did Trevor tell you anything that straight away?
She does have
from
a
the
weak
game
mentality,
plan-
man. I've always said this about Rose. And again, people can they'll blast me and whatever, but I mean, like, she's kind of a head case and always kind of has been, right? Go back and watch the thing. She comes out going, I am the best. I mean, when Khabib and Conor were beefing in the bus next to her, she had a mental breakdown and had to take like 2 or 3 weeks off. And Joanna did call it. But, here's the thing about Joanna, right? Like, how bad does that look for Joanna calling her weak and then losing 2 in a row, right? Like, the second fight was a unanimous decision, sure. But that first fight, that was a knockout in round 1. So if you're Joanna, maybe just shut the fuck up, right? Because you've got Zhang Wei Li on your docket, and that is a tough out for damn near anyone. And like, Zhang Wei Li had lost, what, 1 back in 2013. And then after that, she lost 2 to Rose Namajunas. Beyond that, she's beat everybody, including Joanna, in just an absolute brutal bloodbath of a fight. And that's coming up, I think, next week. Is that next week? Uh, 6/11. So that's the next UFC. And that's going to be Shevchenko. That's got Jean Joanna too. It's got that Teixeira and Yuri, which is going to be... I really sincerely hope we don't watch Glover Teixeira die in the ring. That would make me very sad.
Headed into that 5th and final round?
Did he tell me anything?
Did he give you any advice that maybe wasn't on par with the game plan that was headed in? Did he tell you anything different?
Yeah.
The only thing he was
he said, fucking throw some goddamn punches. This is my problem, right? Like, you don't get to sit here and bitch about losing that fight. You didn't fight. You just showed up and let it all go to pot.
Telling me was okay. Now we can start, you know, having some more fun and letting loose your 4 rounds up, and you know you can
4 rounds up. You can let loose. You're 4 rounds up. How are you 4 rounds up? I don't even think that they're like that first round was a 0-0. Like I actually think that real scoring on that, it would be a 10-10. There's no way you can say anybody won that first round. And then beyond that, it's just ticky-tack the entire time. There's no way anybody could have gone into this judges confident that they were winning.
you can go out there and have some fun.
And did you feel like that right hook that you landed was the biggest shot landed in the fight?
I felt like I hit her a few different times, especially overhand right. I remember landed super clean. I don't know. I have to go back and watch it, but I do remember, you know, landing a nice uppercuts and, you know, even some of the punches that weren't like super solid, but were just keeping her at bay, just like making contact. I felt like I was not just making the damage, but also controlling the fight. So I don't know. But yeah, I still gotta ruminate
What
over this a
damage?
little bit because, like I said, I hate sounding like this. I hate sounding salty. Like I lost, you know what I mean? Like fuck. But at the same time, like it's just what makes sense to me right now.
And of course, you're still processing everything, but immediate reaction, how different are your emotions and your thoughts right now compared to how they were in 2014 when you were defeated by Carla?
Yeah, I didn't feel like she defeated me this time. I genuinely feel like, yeah, she was better than me that night. You know, the first time we fought. This time,
Because she choked you out, right? Of course you feel like she beat you the first time. She choked you out. This was a decision that didn't go your way because neither of you wanted to fight.
I don't know. Like, I still feel like I'm the best. I mean, I took her down. Like where's her wrestling at? You know what I mean? So, yeah. I mean, she did take my back. You know, like for a
Yeah, she took you down and took your back. That's where her wrestling's at. Like, this is just insane. Watching, you know, and I hate to pick apart and pick on people that just get out of the ring. I mean, this woman just got hit in the face like twice the entire fight, right? But typically they come in and they've been taking some damage. But this is, I mean, where's her wrestling at? I mean, she took my back once. Well, then that's where her wrestling's at, Rose.
split second, she did. I want to say she got 3 takedowns, but like I said, boom. Like, is
Yeah, she got 3 takedowns. That's where her wrestling's at.
that really a takedown if I'm just touching my butt for like 1 second? I don't know. You know what I mean? I had a good like wizard whip. Like,
Lastly,
I don't know.
lastly, Joe
No, this is from the one Saturday. This is from the co-main.
Rogan in DC, and somewhere in the middle of the fight, they were talking about how you went right at Joanna Jędrzejczyk and how she's an amazing striker, and you were very respectful of Esparza's wrestling. So when you were a little bit, you know, feeling her out, was that just completely out of respect for her wrestling? Were you lowering your stance, waiting for her to, you know, make a shot?
Yeah, that's all she's trying to do is take you down, you know? So it's like, why, if that's her game plan, you know, why play into her game plan? I mean, she's literally all she does is just wait for people to rush at her. I mean, you saw what she did to Jan. Jan just ran right at her. Why would you run right at her? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Maybe there was a little bit more opportunity for me to be a
Yeah, you think maybe there was a little bit more opportunity than what you just did? I mean, like, yeah? Is that what you think? You think maybe?
little more aggressive in moments, but like I said, you know, fuck, my foot kept slipping on the canvas. So, you know, I still, I like hearing myself talk right now. But yeah, so I don't know. I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, and like with these other strikers and stuff, I mean, even I think Whaley had more success with her takedowns against me because she mixed it up, you know, a little more. And I also didn't really respect her wrestling like that. Whereas, yeah, Carla, I really respect what she does in there. But at the same time, only so much to the point where it's like I don't see how you become the champion like that. But I don't know. Like I said, I hate sounding salty.
Thank you.
Hi, Rose, over here. What words of encouragement would you give to your teammate Justin Gaethje after his loss?
Yeah, I kind of saw the end of that fight, and I don't know. I would just say all of this kind of just seems like part of God's plan too. So, like I said, I know that there's something to be learned from this. So I'm not like totally upset, and I know with Gaethje, definitely that's very like heartbreaking, especially with just with how the weight cut and all that's like whatever was happening with all that stuff. I had a really fun week, but at the same time, it's like, man, like, yeah, what can I take away from this? It's definitely gonna probably take me a second, but
Yeah, she's definitely not happy with herself.
Yeah, it's very frustrating, but at the same time, there's got to be some takeaway, some learning lesson.
I mean, it's the learning lesson is don't suck. That's the learning lesson here. It's just nuts. I mean, I don't know. It was. I don't know. It just. You hate to see that. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. I wish that it was more on par with what that fight should have been, right? Because the reality is, that was a championship fight. And I've seen more punches land in a street fight. It's a championship fight, 5 rounds. Are we going to go over this in Twitch Talk? We might. I don't know. Who knows? Twitch Talk is crazy. Right now we're on YouTube, though, Queen Bee. But yeah, we can go over it more in detail over there if we want. We can do whatever the fuck we want. Who won the belt from the fight where the guy missed weight? The guy who missed weight won the fight. And so the belt is vacant. Like, that's how bananas this was, right? You've got Tony Ferguson, who keeps getting knocked out now, getting like a head kick that is just postered. You have a women's strawweight co-main where strawweight, all they do typically is throw punches. Nobody would throw a punch. And then you have a title fight with the men where the champ missed weight, the belt was vacated, and then he still won, so there's no actual champion at 155. Just bananas, man. It's a bananas fight. Yeah, the belt is vacant because like the problem is that with the belts you don't get that one weight flex. But there's actually a lot of interesting weird shit going on with the scales because Dana's saying that they're going to have more security, and they're thinking that the scales were tampered with, which I just think is fucking ridiculous. Yeah, Tony's knockout looked real bad. We showed it a little bit earlier on the program, but it was awe-inspiringly bad. It was, fuck. Oliveira is a damn spider monkey. Yeah, he's real good. I mean, it's going to be crazy to see who wins. You know, the thing with Oliveira is interesting is that when people knock him down, they let him get back up, so he gets to clear his head. There's never any follow-through with ground and pound with him, and I think that's part of why he's able to endure what he endures, is because he gets that health shock moment, and people just let him back to his feet. You know, Gaethje did it 2 or 3 times in that fight. Knocked him down with a fucking punch, let him get right back up. You thought he died? Like career-ending bad? Who? Oh, Ferguson? Yeah, I mean, maybe. His career's actually probably over, honestly. I've never been the biggest Ferguson fan. I know I'll catch a lot of flack for that, but I think Tony Ferguson is pretty overrated. I always have. He's one of those guys where... Here, let's bring up his record just so, you know. He popped off this huge win streak, but if you look at his win streak, okay, so he lost to Michael Johnson, which is sad, right? And then he beat somebody named Mike Rio, no idea. Kikuno, no idea. Danny Castillo, whatever. Abel Trulio, whatever. An ancient Gleason Tebow. Josh Thompson. Edson Barbosa. Okay, that's an okay win. So there's a quality win, right? Then you have Lando Vante, who? Rafael dos Santos on the way down. Kevin Lee, who's nothing. Pettis, who like Pettis was cool, but this is after. And then Cerrone with that eye injury, right? And that was like his heyday. I mean, there's not really much in there that like, but everybody thinks he's this greatest, right? But since Justin Gaethje beat him, it's been because Justin Gaethje knocked him out in the 5th round, right? And then you have Oliveira got a unanimous decision. That was a great fight, actually. Charles Oliveira, like Oliveira and Ferguson would be cool, but Beneil Dariush unanimous, and then Chandler front kick to the face. So he's on a 4-fight losing streak that ended in one of those like kicks to the face, which is just absolutely unreal. Yeah, he'll be fine. I mean, he's gonna fight again. It's not like he still has stuff on his contract. People still want him there. He's not going anywhere, guys. Like set your mind at ease. Canelo got owned. That was good to see. You know, I still haven't watched it, but I love that. I fucking hate Canelo. I'm glad he lost. Canelo lost both those fights to GGG. And I'm just glad that he lost another fucking one, because I'm sick of telling people he's trash. Floating Head Mondays. Yeah, I guess, right? Hey, don't forget. Ding, 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 baby. Click. Click. Ding. There you go. All right, as for right now, I think we're going to head on over to Twitch Talk. Islam next for Charles, you think? I don't think so. I know Khabib wants that. I think you got to go Chandler next. I think the next fight is Chandler Oliveira. I think that's your next money fight. Unless Conor wants that Chandler smoke, which I don't think he does, but Conor's saying he'll fight him. Chandler wants him, so I don't think Conor can cut down to 155, so I thought Chandler's remarks of like, I'll bring it up to you at 170 were very on. So, yeah, we'll see. All right, right now, we're going to head on over to Twitch Talk, twitch.tv/Corey Adam Comedy. Remember, here on YouTube, we do this every Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., and then we head on over to Twitch. So you guys have been awesome, and we'll see you tomorrow right here.